Here we go, another 100 rounds with the Ruger RXM. We are at 700, so we're gonna go from 601 to 700 today and see if I can figure out the puzzle and the mystery of why I'm shooting right. And I think I have it. Pretty sure I do. We'll see. Stay tuned. And then we'll talk about it in the outro. Nothing too much today, just that good stuff for shooting and you know, trying to be more accurate. Having a great time, getting close to 1,000 again. Can't believe it's getting to that point. But yes, this will be continue to be shot. I'll get a suppressor on this. Maybe not this one, but for sure the other one, either subcompact and full size, so both together. But this compact was amazing, Glock 19-esque. So, all right, see to the outro, and we'll talk about the accuracy problem that I've been having, which I think I figured out. Enjoy. This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All firearm handling shown is performed by trained individuals in a controlled environment. Always follow the 4 rules of gun safety. Number 1, treat your firearm as if it's loaded. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 4, be sure of your target and what's beyond it. Comply with all local, state, and federal laws regarding firearms. Do not attempt to replicate any action seen in this video without proper training and safety measures. The creators assume no liability for misuse or unsafe practices. Welcome back to the Ruger RXM 1,000 round review series, where I will be shooting static, doing a couple of different drills here and there, dependent on how comfortable I am with the firearm that I am shooting through. This is going to be round 700 of 1,000, and it's going to be at 17 yards. Because I'm not comfortable. I know what the problem is. It's me. It's me. It's always me. Because the gun is a machine. Unless it has catastrophic failure, there's nothing wrong with it. It should be shooting appropriately, within reason. Now, some are a little bit more sensitive than others, and some have a little bit more forgiveness than others. But all that being said, the shooter has to adjust, not the firearm. Welcome. So glad you could join me. Thank you for being here. I had to change my look a little bit just because I didn't want to wear my landscaping uniform for doing, work on the outside. Even though this is outside work, I just thought it'd be a little bit more appropriate to don the cowboy attire, minus the sweatshirt, which is not actually hot. I just don't have a long sleeve shirt because I don't want to get cooked from the sun. Shooting Fiocchi, Range Dynamics Full Metal Jacket 115 grain. We're going to get to it. RXM is doing great things. I am very much enjoying it. Just need to tighten up those fundamentals a little bit more. Specifically my left hand grip. When I come up, I need to pull in more, keeping my thumb out of the way of the slide stop. Pull my grip in a little bit more with my left hand, because that's where I feel I'm lacking, and that's why I'm kind of shooting all over the place. Here we go. It is a lovely, lovely day in the neighborhood, with barely a breeze coming through. I think it's wonderful out today. Hopefully don't get too much sway from the camera. All right, so slow it down. Just get my bearings of where I am. That last one was limp, but every other one was rock solid. Once you have that confidence holding onto the firearm, it just goes. She just goes. I love it. I love it. Yeah. That left hand is 100% everything. Too high. the left. Oh my gosh, she is back. Not me, the gun. Calling she the gun. Good gosh, love it. I know I said I'd slow down, but if I'm on it and I feel it, I'll go for it. And I'm going for it. Now that I feel really good, I am still going to slow it down. I want to try more for the head, just get up higher and see where I am with that. I'm going high. So I'm just bring it down just a tad. Nope, too high. High to the right. Yeah, this journey is it's just very good in that it illuminates things about me and what I'm doing and how I think about, well, what is it that I'm doing that makes me want to fix it? And that's part of why I'm doing this, is that journey for me to understand when I pick up a different firearm, what I'm going to be doing and how the mechanics are shooting. So it's off to the right, upper right. And now that I think about it, this is why I kept aiming lower right, is when I'm shooting. Don't quote me on that, because maybe with the both eyes open, the iron sights, it's still that specific perspective that I'm keeping. But I'm thinking, because I'm limp wristing it and I'm not pulling in with my left hand and gripping it harder, the trigger pull is pulling the firearm to the right just slightly as it fires. It's coming to the right, so I have to aim to the left. That's got to be it. It was me not holding on with my left hand. Yeah, that's got to be it. And for me to think about, that's fairly exciting to know that's what's going on, most likely. Of course, the only real way to know for surefire is paper target. But I'm pretty jazzed about that, to know. Yeah, because if right as I shoot, I have to aim to lower right or just to the right, that means that the gun is going out that way. No, that's not right. No, because then it would be shooting to the right, not to the left. I don't know. I'll stop thinking. And just work on my fundamentals, not start trying to justify what's going on. to the lower right. Oops. Okay, I'm happy. Because if I was aiming to the right and it's hitting left, that means that I'm pulling left, not right. I don't know. Oops. Stellar. The gun's recoil impulse is just perfect. I love it. No problems. That is 700. We'll come back tomorrow for 800. I'm happy that I've figured out just the left hand to grab it in. Although I don't know why I'd have to aim right to hit left. Something's going on there. I'll have to justify. I'll have to figure that out at a later time. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. Watch the outro. We'll check you next time. Don't forget to pick up your brass as you leave. Take care. You like how I was so convinced I had it. I was just like, yeah, no, I totally got it. I know exactly what it is. Has to be it. 100%. No question of a doubt. Wait, hold on. Nope, that's wrong. So I don't know. It's just my left hand. I'm not going to try to look too far into it and the mechanics of why I'm pulling right. Most likely it's the cross-eye dominance too, because when you try to do that, and I'm sure you have, because that's how you find out what your dominant eye is you have, I think it's a triangle where you hold some kind of diamond or whatever picture, right? And I think it's like this. Anyway, and it was to have a clock in the middle or something, a spot in the middle where you're looking through with both eyes. Close one eye and then open the other eye to see when it's back in the middle, and that's your dominant eye. Something in that regard. But the perspective change is substantial, and it is that eye pupil distance apart that will be the difference between being on target with the front sight and then also, shooting to the left or right, depending on if you're a right eye or left eye dominant. So all of that's to say, I didn't figure it out. I just need to grip harder with my left hand and compensate for the cross eye dominance. That's it. So anyway, it was a fun exercise, and I thought I was smart and I had it, but not so much. Good times, had a great time, great comments. Everybody's been super supportive and very engaged, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to keep going, and this whole journey with the firearm is why I do what I do, and it has changed since the beginning, but it also is coming back to where it used to be, and in accuracy's sake, and that's very, 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 very fun for me, and to know and understand. And remember, this has been the first time in my life that I've shot so much through these pistols. And yeah, I'm not doing any sort of specific drills or anything, which I know I'll nail that down once I get through the 1,000 rounds of just feeling the firearm, to then really get some good specific build drills and rudiments and all that stuff for. I could start that now, but I like to do it this way for the body of work's sake. And that's my shtick. That's what I'm gonna be doing, and that's what I enjoy, and I wanted to see. So because everybody could do it, and that's something too that I really like, is everybody can do what I'm doing, other than the fact that if you're spending a lot of money on ammo and shooting through various types of firearms, you have your RXM, you have your Glock 19, you can shoot through those and do 1,000 rounds, 2,000 rounds, let's say 1,000 rounds every 6 months or something, right? And that will help aid you in the journey of your time with your firearms, so then you become very familiar at what is working for you. So that's what my philosophy behind what I do, so then everybody can replicate that and give their own take, like, oh yeah, this is what I tried and this is what I did. And then when we get to the comparisons, we can start to do a little bit more specific stuff, like the build drills where it's draw, fire, anyway, I'm not gonna try to do it, but I have looked it up, and that's a very specific Fire 5, I think, and then Fire 2. Okay, I'll look it up in the next video. We'll talk about the build drill. And that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome, guys and gals. Really do appreciate you. We're gonna, I mentioned it before, we're gonna touch on the philosophy of going out to the range and what I do on the BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, federal land, because I love shooting on those, at those venues, because it's, you know, just you by yourself. So we'll talk about that, and I'll do my next review. I'll do a little shoot of the area and what I do before and after, most likely after, but how I help take care of federal land, which if you're shooting on it, we should all participate in. So like, subscribe, comment, jazz, like, subscribe, comment, recommend, all that jazz, not in that particular order. Thank you so much for being here. Come back for 800. This is round 700, a lot of fun. 照顾好自己，注意安全。